Hello everyone, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. I didn't feed the fish this morning, and it's about noontime, and I just fed them, and they're eating pretty good for this crew. So I'm going to go up and get my thermometer and do a water temperature check. It's kind of a cloudy, somewhat overcast day today, and there's a strong wind blowing. So, well, strong for here. So I'm sure the oxygen content is pretty good because of the breeze. Water temperature, I don't know. That's why I'm going to test it. I do know anything over 30 degrees Celsius is just, they're not going to like it much. They can survive, you know, in a range of temperature between, like, I don't know, 15 to 40. But pretty much like everything, they like it about 26 to 30. Actually, with a preference, probably 26 to 28. You know, being able to survive and being able to thrive are two different things. People can survive in 120 degrees and function fairly normally, but it's not like we like it. You know, most people would much prefer 70 degrees, and fish are no exception, tilapia anyway. So I'm going to go and get my thermometer and test that. The draining of the pond, or the new pond, the draining of the rice field / new pond went well. It's kind of deep right in here because they dug a lot of they just dug a lot out to build this bank right here along this edge here. But it's looking good. That drained it well, so I'm pleased with that. It was only a couple inches deep, but grass won't grow in that much standing water. And I want the carpet of grass to come back like what is in the other part. I can't seem to talk this morning. And as you may have noticed, the water level here has come up significantly. I ran the pump last night, and again when I got up this morning, it had stopped. Don't know why. Probably thermal shutdown again, but it had stopped pumping. So the way that the well cover is on there, it's hard to look down in and see if it's because it's just running out of water and then thermally shutting down. It's hard to see what the problem is. But I think about 8 hours worth of pumping is all I can get out of that well until I should just save myself some trouble of thinking that it's going to keep pumping and just unplug it myself. This scat here is new. I'm kind of thinking, and there's a lot of it here, so I'm kind of thinking with this deeper water, our friend the bird was a little discouraged last night and did more sitting on the bank than he did fishing. And I'm going to run the pump again and get it about another 6 inches deeper to further discourage him. Alright, well, I just took this thermometer out. What is that? 32. So 32, maybe a couple degrees cooler down at the bottom. So it is a little toasty. So we're definitely going to have to put a shade cloth over this. And I'm not talking about covering the whole thing with a shade cloth. I'm talking about just running a tarp, a full width tarp, 10 feet from one side to the other, just one. And as the sun goes over, a portion of this pond will be in full shade all day long. rather than doing it that way, rather than just covering the whole thing with screen. That would be pricey. And we have the tarp, and we've got plenty of bamboo poles, so we'll just suspend one width of tarp all the way across, and I'll come back and check the temperature a couple days after that. One thing I can definitely say is this large feed is not working. They're not eating it. There's not enough large fish in here to eat it. It's just too large for their mouths. So I've got to go back to starter. This is what they call grower. It's for larger fish. It's all that was available, so that's why they were getting it. But I'm going to have to search around even more and try to find some more starter, because the starter pellets are about a third the size of these. They're much smaller, and all the fish can eat that, and it's slightly higher protein as well. Slightly more expensive, but it's all around a better feed. And these are still pretty tiny fish. They need to be on starter. So I will go around and try to get that hunted up today, and if not, just as soon as I can. So yeah, the water temperature is a little bit high, not outrageously so. Now if it had been 36, 38, somewhere in there, then yeah, we got a real problem. But 32, that's on the high end of their optimum range. I'm not real worried about it. There is some shade from these trees, and at some point there's going to be even more bananas around here. But in the meantime, we'll get that tarp up, just one width, probably from out in the center, so that in the morning it shades it, in the afternoon it shades it, directly overhead it shades it. It'll work. And if it proves not to cool it enough, then we'll have to add another one. We'll play it by ear. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.